Hello,
Hello.
welcome to another thrilling installment of
The Blue Moon Podcast.
the Blue Moon Podcast. Now I know what you're thinking. How is it a podcast if I can see your face? Just you wait.
We're going to try this podcast in front of a camera, so guys, you'll be able to see us.
We've invented a new genre of podcast called video podcast, also known as vodcast.
Ooh, podcast, that's a cool idea.
It's just like a podcast, except you can see us, and you'll be required to see things going on the screen, which makes it completely useless for just like zoning out with your headphones on. Your turn.
Well, it increases chances of ideas. I did even write the docket for this entire episode.
There we go. Let's hear it.
The first idea was funniest thing you've ever done as a child.
Oh,
Children love a good fun story.
oh yeah. Oh, this is for children, is it?
Well, children, adults,
Well,
men and women all alike.
when I don't know. I can't think of anything particularly funny I did when I was a child. It depends what you mean by child. I mean, it could have been when I was like 16 or something. Is that all right?
Yeah, child is like childhood. 16 is like 0 to 16, 0 to 20.
We had this particular thing. This was when I was in school. It was a boarding school. I'm not sure yet whether that will be relevant.
Might be.
My mate and I were trying to like get out of this band rehearsal at like 9 o'clock at night, which we really didn't want to go to.
Oh, wow.
So we made up a thing that we were in another rehearsal called Bass Ensemble, just of bass guitars, and they didn't believe us. So my roommate made up this fake email from a guy called Andrew Wilson, head of bass studies at Wells Cathedral School, and made a fake email of him, like, you know, reminding us to go to this thing. Anyway, we decided for whatever reason that I can't remember that we to make it a real thing. So still using this fake email for this guy. We emailed all the other bass players in the school. It was a music school, and got to told them that they had to go to this bass ensemble rehearsal on a specific day. Realised, of course, at the weekend just before that we didn't have a guy to pretend to be this fake teacher. So we quickly had to find someone. We went to my house parent, who was an English teacher, and also a vicar, a choral vicar at the cathedral, who actually agreed to do it, to pretend to be a teacher.
Sure,
but of course they all knew who he was. So when he got here, he said he was the deputy head of bass studies. Because the main guy, this Andrew Wilson, was ill with this new Kappa variant of COVID, which I think he'd made up.
Wow.
So he gave us our parts to learn and then left and went to other stuff. He was still wearing like his cassock and stuff because he'd just come from cathedral. It's quite funny.
A priest lying to protect people making.
So we had this fake rehearsal, and then this teacher. Mr. O'Sullivan, his name was, the house parent, you know, started getting proper involved, sending us all like group emails and stuff. Eventually, you know, it started getting a bit of a pickle because we were meant to perform as bass ensemble in assembly.
Oh no.
But we thought it would be a bit mean to make someone come in for assembly only than us not to do it, because, you know, we were a made up group. So the only solution we could come up with was to pretend that Mr. Wilson, Andrew Wilson, the head of bass studies, had suddenly died.
Oh my god.
So
That's even better.
Oh yes, I mean
Suddenly died.
the deputy head of bass studies, Mr. O'Sullivan, sent out an email to all the people in this bass ensemble, informing us that Andrew Wilson tragically had died in his sleep of the new Kappa variant of COVID, and that in the circumstances it would be very unfair for us to still have to play in assembly. So
Wow.
instead, he told us that we should continue polishing our performance for his funeral, which of course never happened because he was neither dead nor real.
A dead god, a dead king.
Yes, and it escalated into some lots and lots of very weird pranks and things. I mean, because only me and my roommate were in on this. Like the rest of the school didn't know that this was going on. Oh, it was very funny. You probably had to be there. Like I don't know if it sounds funny when I explain it, but it was. I promise.
That is a great one.
Thanks. What's yours?
Ooh, mine. I don't know what mine would be. I've done an awful lot of dumb things in my time. I'd probably say one that stands out for me is buying a cardboard box just to sit inside of it and run around the house.
Brilliant. I love that. I always wanted to do that when I was a child. How old were you?
I was 7 at the time.
Yeah, brilliant. I wish I'd done that. I always wanted to make robots out of cardboard boxes and
I
stuff.
made a flying machine out of a sofa.
That's pretty impressive for a 7-year-old.
Well, it was a whole sibling generation.
Does it still fly to this day?
The sofa still flies.
Brilliant. You should commute to work on that.
Maybe hire it to Boeing.
Could do.
Boeing
Well, I mean,
475.
hire it to. I would hire it out to Cambridge students to get an extra 5 minutes of sleep in the morning. They can fly into their lectures,
A
especially
flying
if
couch.
especially if they're at Girton or something.
Oh. Free tickets. With
No,
every
no,
seat.
no. They got to pay extra.
Oh, extra.
Yeah, because think about it. You'd have to
Commercial
give it to
flight.
them. You'd have to fly all the way over there to give it to
Oh,
them, and you'd
commercial
have to
flight.
stick around and wait.
We can make an air flight company.
Yeah, but it wouldn't work because we've only got one. Can make more, can you?
Buy more sofas.
Brilliant.
Where there's one sofa, there's another.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Creation of a sofa flying company.
I quite like the idea. You should patent it. And what are you going to call your company?
We can call it the 20 Cushions. 20
Right.
Cushions Airline.
I'm sure something better will come to us, perhaps revealed to you in a dream.
If the dream comes, when the dream comes.
I don't know, dreams come all the time. It could even be while you're flying on it, as long as it's not long enough.
Inspiration
that
whilst flying.
Yeah.
It is grey outside today.
It's grey outside. When will summer come?
Soon, hopefully. Well, spring is on the way.
Spring is right around the corner.
Spring is definitely coming ahead of time. It's 7 minutes and 18. Oh, 19.
Pretty long vodcast. This is the world's longest ever vodcast. We've just broken a new record.
We're about to break. Oh, we're at 30 minutes now.
Well, I mean, we're breaking new ground with every second here.
How many views do you think this will get?
Bees. Oh, views.
Yeah, views.
Well, I mean, definitely us two.
Us two will definitely get views. It seems a bit dull without Lara here because she really wanted to be in it.
Yeah, no, she'd be a good podcast host.
Yeah.
I
was thinking when we air episode 1, we might have her as the host.
Yeah, that'd be good. She's good at that sort of thing.
Yeah, it'd be great to have an actual host.
I think we should end it here.